Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bob and Phineas Live.
Oh my God. Add to scene, add to scene. Now I gotta re-drag my little squares real quick.
Everybody's talking to us on Facebook.
Well, y'all are live.
Oh,
My
okay.
stuff got messed up because I'm still used to StreamYard and.
All right, so again, welcome to Bob and Phineas Live. Yes, that's right. New platform, still a few bucks to work out over here. Couldn't tell if we was live. If we wasn't, I thought we was. It said live. We were getting comments, but the screen wasn't set up correctly. So, hey, we're going to get it down sooner or later, Phineas. I know we will. Everyone say hello to Phineas TL.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hoping everybody is well on this hot day. Yep.
Hot is for sure. It is definitely those dog days of summer.
Indeed.
It's hot here, Phineas, but I hear it's even hotter up north than it is here right now.
It's 104 degrees here where I'm at, and we are hoping for rain. The forest fires, the wildfires are just going nuts up here. So we're doing our best to keep them down and knock them down, but it would be nice to have help from Mother Nature too. So,
well, let's pray that rain comes soon and pushes back those flames. We're not quite that hot as far as apparent temperature. We're only 95, 96, somewhere in that range, but the humidity is extremely high, so it does feel over 100. This time of year is just what it is. I mean, we have to stay in a whole lot, stay air conditioned, stay hydrated, and get things done that you can do on the inside because it's sure not very pleasant outside. We're overcast right now. It says we're sunny, but right here, right now, looking out my window, it's the sun is behind a big cloud or something because it's overcast. We'll take the overcast. That's better than direct sun. That helps squash back the temperature a degree or two at least and make it a little more bearable. So I tell you what, we have had some busy weeks. It's been fun trying to learn this new platform, and we're getting there. There's a few bugs, things that again on our side it's a little bit different. So trying to remember where everything is and work with it. And all it's going to take us a bit of time. But glad to see everyone's here with us today. Looks like we've got a great crowd already performing. Looks like Mitch Allen is with us. Hello, Mitch. Santa Doug. Who else we got, Phineas?
We got Kevin Scarf and Paul Anderson from my neck of the woods, Bill Coates from Texas, Charlie Johnson from Michigan, John Schnagelberger, Kane Smith is with us. So we've got quite a good early crew with us right now. So.
Santa David from up in your neck of the woods is with us.
Yes, indeed.
Very good. Well, you know what? It again was a busy week, busy weekend. This week's going to be about the same way. There's educational opportunities that just came through. Nashville Santa IBRBS chapter over there had a really nice gathering this weekend. Had a good turnout.
As did Michigan as well. The MAPS folks had their their group as well. So
even though a couple of the Michigan guys split and went and did their presentations, and had a few guests down there. Matter of fact, in Nashville, Liz Roosh had Rachel King.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did I see down there that was there? Anyway,
Holmes was down there, and lots of folks were down there. So,
great turnout.
Yep, good turnout.
It was very nice. Got more opportunities coming up. Some new stuff that we haven't talked a lot about as far as educational stuff that's popped up that we'll talk a little bit about. But hey, anyway, let's go ahead and see if Angela has Santa B queued up over there. That's we're going to go ahead and play our inspirational weekly video.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B here with you again today. And today, I'm going to start a series. We're going to talk about the 4 P's you need and the one you don't. The first P that I encourage you to look at is preparation. Now is the time. Being prepared for the season. Having your backstory. Having your wardrobe. Having your schedule starting to pan out. Figure out your travel times. Make sure you've got ideas on what you're doing at each event. Now is the time for our prep work and our opportunity to know that what we've got coming up is going to make memories for so many people. So use this time for preparation. See what you need to have and do your best to have it in place. Be well, be blessed. I love you all. See you next time.
I forgot to turn the roof off on that.
It's all right. Very good. The little Yeti sitting back there on the shelf looks good. Looks like he's ready to lunge, though, and grab Rob by the neck and back of the neck and go piggyback riding with him.
Yep.
He's a cute little thing.
Always good stuff from Santa B, and looking forward to what brings each week. So,
All right, let's go ahead and go right into our hot topic from here. Something burger. Phineas got another good one for you today, and we'll play the lead in. We'll be back on the other side with the hot topic.
looks like we're frozen. There we go. So today's something burger. I'm asking people to think about the future again. Everybody has a bucket list of things they'd like to do in their lifetimes. Do you, as a Christmas performer, have a bucket list event or location you hope to portray your character before you retire? What is it and why? Now, I do know that Santa David, who Phineas works with, who I work with, is really wanting to do a parade at some point, and we are working towards getting him in at least one of the local parades. It's a Here in Canada, it's a very different type situation, whereas most of the parades have a Santa that they work with or someone in the parade organization who gets to be Santa for the parade. So it's kind of a political thing. So we're working on that as well. And as far as the bucket list gig that I've got a few items that I am interested in doing, but there are a few performers I would like to work with. And I've been blessed to work with a number of performers. I have one of the best working partners in Santa David to work with, and I've been blessed to work with him for the past 7 years. And after knowing him for nearly 30 years, well, over 30 years now, but there are a number of performers I would like to work with, including the gentleman who's sitting beside me here. So I'd be interested in working with Santa Bob at some point. So who knows what will happen in the future? So looking forward to that. But let us know. David just said that I've got him, and yes, he really would like to get on upgrade at some point, which would be really good to do. So, anybody else have a desire or a bucket list gig they'd love to do?
Yeah, I think if you ask across the board, a lot of folks would say one of the TV parades would be what they would be, yearning for. All those parades are locked in and have been for years, kind of like what you're talking about in your neck of the woods, Phineas. Where, but in the case of the big ones like the Hollywood, which Tim Coney has had forever, and Dutch has had the one in Philadelphia. The Macy's parade is always one that everybody talks about. They wish they could do, and it's been locked in. It sooner or later it does change hands. But it's very seldom that those particular parades come open. But you know what? All parades are fun because, again, it's about the atmosphere. It's about the float that you're on. what you make of it, the eye contact, the interaction with the children and the families that are along the parade route. Just so many things that make a parade special.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know a number of folks are interested in theme park work. There's been one Santa in particular who's been online wanting to do international work and getting hired international. And I know Mitch Allen's been really good at helping folks get some very interesting international gigs. So definitely. Kevin Scarf indicates that they film a lot of Hallmark movies around here. Being Santa in one of those would definitely be amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. We are lucky here where I'm at that we have typically around 3 or 4 Hallmark movies in process each year. So, and some of them do require Santas. So it's always interesting getting asked to be a Santa in a Hallmark gig. I know about 3 Santas locally who have been in Hallmark movies. So
Yeah, y'all are fortunate that a lot of those movies are up in your neck of the woods,
yep,
and so occasionally, if you get there at the right place, the right time, you can snag one of those.
yep,
Hallmark is constantly making new movies. I mean, they constantly out there looking for new content. Sometimes they rewrite the scripts, and there are a lot of similarities in them, but
yep, yep.
it really wouldn't matter as long as you were able to get one of those roles and be able to get that experience
Yes,
and what experience it would be. The first person that I knew when I first got into the industry that traveled abroad was Richard Christie, Austin Santa Belts, and he absolutely loved going to China. It was his uh, thing every year. He couldn't wait to go. Talked about how nice he was treated like royalty and how the people accepted Santa. Different cultures, different things. I know another one, Ian Loxton, I think it was over in Australia, had done the first Dubai gathering that they had. And he talked about how fun it was that first year. And then after the second year, he was done with it. He said, no more. So, again, I guess it's if it's on your bucket list
yep.
and you can scratch that one off, then, that's great.
Santa Doug notes that he and Jenny do about 5 parades a year. Most guys and gals would love to do the Thanksgiving Macy's parade, but his dream would to be do the Disney parade.
Yeah.
And would that be the televised parade or the one that happens daily, Doug? There's also a boat parade that I know a number of Santas have done. Very number of them who have actually been guests on Tuesday Night Live as well.
Yep. So, uh,
Sean White notes that she would like to perform with the Claus Consortium at some big events. She would also like to work solo at venues in more states and abroad. So
and those are all doable.
those are
That's
definitely
the
all.
thing about the bucket list. Even though it doesn't hurt to dream, you got to remember that they're all doable. They're all capable of being part of your uh, things that you can accomplish. Is what I'm trying to say. Again, a lot of times it's timing. It's being at the right place at the right time to be able to get in on those things. But
A lot of it is timing. A lot of it is knowing the right people. And speaking of the right people, Santa Scott Saratian's here. So hello, sir. Good to see you.
and he's done a couple of parades himself, and he enjoys them.
Yep.
Scott has. Uh, got one there for you from Bill.
From Bill.
Just popped up on Facebook. Can you see it?
Santa gig is something off his bucket list. Many more years ahead, keeping it. It'll keep on changing. Yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
Santa Doug clarified that he'd love to do the daily Disney parade. I guess that means he would either have to temporarily relocate to either Orlando or Anaheim.
Mhm.
Ken Kringle said that he would like Phineas as his Oompa Loompa when he performs as Kenny Wonka. Uh, I ain't painting my face orange, Ken. Just saying. So,
So I am only able to see Facebook at this time for some reason.
I was having a problem where I wasn't seeing any of them.
Yeah, I'm not. My screen's not right. Tell me where I need to go. Excuse us for just a minute, guys.
No worries. Randy and Debbie have joined us from Texas. Good to see you, Randy and Debbie. Hoping all is well.
Fantastic. Now we're ready.
Good.
Okay. Again, new platform, trying to learn where everything is. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Yes. Mitch, she jumped up out of her box and came over to my box to help me out. And everyone knows that's dangerous when that happens. Can end up in disaster.
Yes.
I'm not pushing no buttons, I promise. That's right. I was asking for help. I pushed the wrong thing.
Okay, we're getting commentary that we are frozen from both
Yeah,
David and
I don't see it on my end.
So.
Yeah, it looks like, on my computer screens, we're both okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's running for us as well. So who knows? So.
Scott, it must be on your end, brother.
Yeah. Santa Jerry indicates that a parade is on his list. He's actually booked one for this year. Charlie Johnson commented that new software is always a learning experience. Yep, it is definitely a learning experience. And Angela's taking it all in stride, and we're grateful for all the hard work she's doing and not panicking.
She gets a little frustrated with it, though. I mean, you try so hard, and sometimes it just doesn't go right no matter what you do. So.
Yep. But that is life. Kevin says that things are all good on YouTube, so this must be like a Facebook issue or something like that. So
very good. Well, speaking of Mitch Allen, who is watching today, he's done the big parade here in Dallas for years, numerous times, and I know he thoroughly enjoys doing it. It's something that he looks forward to each year, and that's probably our big one. You've got one over in Cowtown. You've got Sundance Square over there, which is a big location for Santa, and there's lots of great opportunities in your bigger cities. Now, when you're out in the suburbs or beyond the suburbs and what we would consider countryside, you're limited to a handful of options in and near your town, and those are very small parades usually, but nonetheless, they would still be fun, and to be able to get out and have that experience in your neighborhood.
John Schnagelberger said he did a parade his first season. He really enjoyed it, but he wasn't really aware of what he was doing. And yeah, there's a lot that needs to be done at parades. I've often wondered if a parade course would be useful for Santa events, particularly those who are looking at getting into parades and such. I do know that when I started as a clown, there was actually an entire class that was taught at one of the gatherings specifically about how to interact in a parade as a clown, how to make eye contact and everything like that. And I'm wondering if that type of education would be useful at a event. So let me know what you think. So
I have had a number of Santas through the years reach out to me in a private message and ask me, I got my first parade, give me some tips. And of course that, like we were talking earlier and you just mentioned, eye contact is very important. Look at children, try to pick out as many as you can, point at them, wave at them, acknowledge them, let them know that you may be up on a float. You may be Santa, but you are still acknowledging that they're there and wave and smile and ho, ho, ho every once in a while. Now, Santa Allen, it says it's a great Dallas holiday parade. It is a great parade. Smaller ones are just as fun. And he has done a lot of the parades around in the suburbs also. So he has had the opportunity to do both the largest one and some of the smaller city and county areas. See, Kane Smith has one there.
Yep, we did our first parade last year in our hometown. It was the most amazing thing ever. All the kids' faces lighting up with smiles as you go by. Tammy Weaver said that she got to spend the month with Handpan Santa Daniel Baird. They visited lots of elder care homes and a veterans home. It was soul filling for them. So I'm glad that she was able um, to be able to do that. I've had a lot of people talk to me about hospital and elder care works and stuff like that and how to handle that. So,
How we get that off the screen, Angie?
yeah.
What happened?
Tammy Weaver's comment is on the screen.
I don't see it on my screen.
Is it because you have your cursor on it?
No.
Yeah, I think it might be because your cursor's over the plus sign, Bob.
You had your cursor on it.
Scott Saratian says that he used a wireless headset mic on his float and he was able to talk to the attendees. A lot of parades are doing that these days, having a public address system on the float and a microphone for Santa to be able to converse and everything like that. Even better if it's wireless because you're still able to wave and you're not holding a microphone in front of your face and blocking your face. So that's really good to see. And Raymond Bradshaw is really excited that at his event this year, he will be arriving on a fire truck. So excellent.
And Ray Bradshaw, it's all right that your dogs are barking. It's when they start meowing like a cat that you got to worry. And Ray also says, I'm still tripping out that he'll be arriving on a fire truck. Fire trucks are fun.
Yep.
Siren blaring. A tip there for you, Ray. Get you some earplugs. You will need them if you're going to ride anywhere outside of the cab because the siren is very, very loud.
I was going to say the siren is loud, and if they have the public address horn, definitely have earplugs, or if you use hearing aids, turn them off, please.
And another tip, plant your feet at a little bit of a shoulder stance wider than you normally would, and make sure you got a place to hang on to because wouldn't be fun for Santa to fall in front of a crowd.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And make sure that you always have at least two hands and a foot or on the thing. So because just be very careful. Always have a 3-point contact with the truck when you're getting down. So.
Yeah, here's an error for sure, Mitch. Oh man, I'm trying not to touch nothing because every time I do, something happens. Ray says noted.
Yeah,
Yep.
just want to protect your ear health and your physical health, because falling off a fire truck is quite a distance at times. So
Yeah, I had to stand up in right behind the cab, but I was up in the bed. It had a what they call a well that went down the center of it, so it was like a catwalk, and I had plenty of places to grab a hold of. It wasn't too wide that I moved around too much, but the siren was right there in front of me, and luckily the driver, had earplugs inside, and he offered me a set of new earplugs. So that was something I did not think about going into it.
yeah. Well, it looks like that's all we've got as far as engagement. John Schnagelberger said that the technical issue is a problem existing between chair and butt. So
I resemble that comment.
Did you get the one from Ken Pringle?
Yeah, Ken just popped up there too for you, Phineas.
Yep. Ken was scheduled to do his hometown parade when the long-term Santa was retiring. He decided to do it one last year, so he stepped aside for continuity. He was going to ride in an award-winning 1964 convertible Impala, and that night it poured rain. And well, definitely, I would no longer yearn to be in the back of the Impala convertible in the rain. Kevin Scarf has quite a story about doing a parade in the midst of a blizzard in the back of a pickup truck that is quite humorous, but he loved doing it. So at some point, Kevin will talk about that. So.
Crazy. Yeah, I do the Santa 5K run at the mall that I'm at each year. I volunteer my time for the Muskegon Independent School District Teachers Association, and all proceeds go to that. It's a big event. I absolutely love doing it. Look forward to doing it every year, and they bring me in a different way every year to parade in to the area from around behind the mall. And the fire truck was fun. The helicopter, though, the 2 years they brought me in the helicopter was, I think, the most exciting for me. Of coming on a Harley, coming on a golf cart, come in a dirt circle track car. One of my buddies that still race at this time that I raced with uh, volunteered to bring his car up, bring me another way. Open 2-horse carriage, limousine. So I've had the chance to do a lot of really cool stuff that way, and it's always exciting. And it's always a memory that you will keep with you forever.
Have a good
See
day, Rich. Good to see you.
All right, let's see. Looks like Ken's got another one there.
Dana Prostrolo noted that she was driving, and Ken just wanted Dana to remain safe, eyes on the road.
Oh,
Looking forward to seeing them in 2 weeks. Yep. And Kevin chimed in that he had never been more cold or soggy than during that blizzard parade. So
yeah, Scott, the helicopter ride was cool. It was really, really, really neat. It was on my bucket list, so I was happy to scratch that one off. She had mentioned the marketing manager at the end of last season that they might try to do that again this year, but I have not heard how they're bringing me in this year. So if they do, I don't think they'll let any extra riders because there's only room for 3, and it was the 2 guys on the chopper and me. So you can hang on to the skid though, sit out on the edge and hold on with your feet dangling.
rope or something like that. So
Oh yeah, and a quick story. We had another mall that was before our big mall. We had a mall that was a big mall at the time, uh, and the Santa over there always came in a helicopter. But the copter that they brought him in was a 2-seater with no doors, and he would sit side saddle with his feet down on the skid, and they would bank in so that would tilt him down towards the crowd where he could wave and everything. That was something I just always thought was like, ain't no way. It's one thing to have a door between you and the ground when they tilt that thing over and go into a bank and tilt you down where you can look out the window and wave, but you're strapped in. For him, I don't ever remember seeing a strap on him. He was just sitting sideways in the seat, feet on the skid, and just waving away. So that was many, many, many moons ago, and I tell you what, times have changed for the better, I think.
Santa Bruce says there's nothing like arriving on a snowmobile, and
That's a cool one.
yep. So, and if anybody has a chance to talk to Lee Andrews, ask Lee about his time being driven in a reindeer-driven sleigh, and be prepared to hold your sides from laughing and try not to pee yourself. So it's quite a tale. So. Welcome, Sue Radloff. Good to see you. Glad you can tune in after getting home from work. So, hoping you're having a good day. So, thank you for joining us.
Well, very good. Fantastic. You know what? It's halfway through our show here, so I think let's go ahead and move along. Let's jump on into our santascloset.org. We'll be back on the other side of the lead-in.
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob and Phineas Live, the show about nothing. Season 4 of Bob and Phineas is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central, presented by TNL Network Productions. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Phineas in the TNL studios in today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
commercial was over.
Yeah, they're over long before you clear it. So, Scott, I hope that you are paying attention to the transitions between scenes. That was something Scott and I had talked about a long time ago, and with this new platform, we were able to incorporate those.
We never did this.
What?
The the subscribe page on YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right. Bother you. Nobody will mess with you. All it will do is give us a subscription, and we'll be working towards something bigger and better for the Monday show. All right,
Yeah.
Penny, over to you.
Okay, so today's trivia question is a Christmas music question. And so today's question is, who wrote the lyrics and wrote the music for the Christmas song Do You Hear What I Hear? And when was it written? What month and year? So who wrote the lyrics and music for the Christmas song Do You Hear What I Hear? And in which month and year?
Yeah, about that a Christmas trivia question. Ain't that cool?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Angela, are you ready to? Let's go ahead and say thank you to the folks who help us bring this program on Mondays. Mhm.
Looks like we have some answers rolling in right now as we speak, so glad to see that. I'd like to say hi to Bubba Claus Purcell from Michigan. Good to see you. Definitely seen the wood cutouts, Bubba. Would love to see a Phineas wood cutout at some point. I'd be honored to purchase one from you at some point, so we'll talk about that offline. And Bubba also states that he's got a golf cart with a sleigh around it with foam reindeer on the front. So that is definitely very cool. Don't know how you'd use that in Michigan, but during winter, but excellent. So,
I've seen guys that have similar things at HOAs and that live on the golf course and that sort of thing, where there's a lot of golf carts, golf trails, that sort of thing. So that'd be pretty cool to have, though, for sure.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, we're going to jump into ECN, Open Chatterbox News here. Of course, just want to remind everyone that registration is open for North Pole Cornerstones. That's npcornerstones.com for February 12th to the 15th, 2026. 459 includes 7 chef-prepared meals, transportation to and from hotel to Bricktown Entertainment District for Saturday night out, Valentine's night. Breakfast is included if you stay at the Hilton Garden Inn. Now we got a new one on here that we want to talk about. You want to go ahead and catch them from there, Phineas?
Okay. In Louisville, Kentucky, August 29th to 31st is the Santa Summit and Boot Camp run by the Santas of Color Coalition. They're a group that is dedicated to professional excellence in the industry of Christmas and holiday performers. And they are offering a wonderful event. It's their second event, I do recall, and it will be in Louisville, Kentucky, August 29th to 31st. And looking forward to seeing more information about that when I'm able to get some.
Registration at www.santas with a S of colorcoalition.com.
Yep. Registrations are $250 per individual, $400 per couple if you are a Santa and Mrs. Claus. So by all means, go to their website, and they have all the information there. So excellent. In September 3rd to 7th, 2025, the Santa Gathering in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Registration is closed for that. So you might want to reach out and get on the wait list for that, but registration is closed. It's one of the older gatherings that's been occurring, and lots of good stuff happening there. And then September 18th to 21st, 2025, in Schaumburg, Illinois, is Santa Nana's Holiday University, hosted by the Northern Illinois Christmas Entertainers. Nana's Holiday University is a school presented from a woman's perspective, but is designed for all entertainers, be you a Santa, Mrs. Claus, elf, performing couple, or solo performer. Please contact santanana.com for more information regarding that if you are in the Chicago area or want to go to the Chicago area. And then finally, July 16th through 19th, 2026 is School of Santas in Branson, Missouri, hosted by Spangle the Clown, as usual. And the keynote instructor for 2026 is Joe Barney. So once again, Joe Barney will be the keynote instructor for School of Santas 2026.
Yeah, I did see where talking about Santa Gathering up in Lancaster. They closed the registration just this week. I had meant to put that on our schedule a couple of weeks back and had forgotten about it, but their seating is limited, and it's always a great turnout. What they did say is, if you even have any thoughts of wanting to go next year, get on their registration early, because it will fill up even faster and faster as time goes on, they believe.
It definitely fills up. And for folks who are maybe not able to afford traveling or such, Jeff McMullen's Pringle University has 2 upcoming segments starting in early September. One is Mastering the Magic of Home Visits, and the other one is his standard Pringle University holiday performance. And they start in early September. So reach out to Jeff McMullen at Pringle University for more information about that. He provides an excellent course, and he's a wonderful educator and a great speaker. So.
And might mention, if you're over on the East Coast in the North Carolina area, Doug Eberhardt also has his fall session coming up here. I don't have the dates in front of me, but it's ProSanta. .org, I think it is. I would have to look. I don't remember. Just put Pro Santa in, and it'll pop up if you're interested in checking out Doug's class. It is the advanced class he has in springtime, as the beginners or regular classes, and then in the fall he does an advanced class. Okay, are we ready to dig a little deeper with Phineas?
Definitely. I've got the shovel out.
All right, let's do it.
Every time I see that opening, I keep on wondering what's up with the hat. Like why did it get so stretched out? It's not a top hat, but hey. Anyways, following from what Santa B said about being prepared, I'm going to begin talking about preparing for the upcoming holiday season over the next little while, following through with using your backstory and your character's history and character development. So this time of year, Santa David and I typically begin working on honing our upcoming shows because we do a lot of story times with Santa and Phineas. And we do a lot of our story times for repeat customers. We host with our photographer a several days of Santa experiences where they have a 30 to 45-minute long story time with Santa and Phineas, which includes stories and music and storytelling. Followed by they get their photo sessions with Santa and Phineas. And during the actual story time, because we do get volunteers up with us and ask people to help out, they may have photos of themselves interacting with Santa and Phineas. So part of these story times are how we build our stories into our characters. So for starters, why Santa and Phineas are there at that time, why we're there. Are we test flying the sleigh? Are we checking out some of the new reindeer and giving them a test flight? And then we have the stories that we tell during the story time with Santa and Phineas. And sometimes this may involve a prop or a story trigger item, like a specific magic effect or something like that. And other times it may just be a spur of the moment improvisation based on something one of the children or one of the believers there may have said to us. So we do have lots of opportunities for that. One of the more interesting factors is that one of our more regular clients actually hosts their story times where they bring in the children for the story times at a brewery and cidery. So moms and dads have the chance to go sample the hard cider and some of the beers and wines that are created in the thing while Santa and Phineas are telling their stories as well. And as you can imagine, when they get a bit lubricated, that they're more participatory. So we're able to build our stories with that. So what we are able to do at the beginning of the season, so starting in September, we begin working on this is what our story theme is. These are the effects that we're going to use it. These are the story triggers that we're using. And then this is how we then begin slotting it into our backstory. So why are we in further south when we're supposed to be up at the North Pole preparing all the toys? What are we doing? How does our theme for the year fit in with our overall story that we're telling throughout the years? So a couple years back, we had baking cookies with Santa and Phineas. The year before that, we did a variation of Steve Gillam's fairy dust story. And then last year, we did a series of stories about how does Santa get into your house when the different variations. So how does Santa get down the chimney? What happens if there is no chimney in that type of situation? So we did themed stories based on that. And this year's theme is going to be quite interesting and fun and definitely very interactive. And so this is where knowing our backstory as Santa and Phineas and knowing our history will be wonderful, because we get so many repeat customers that we will get called back to the year before, such as the year that we were doing baking cookies with Santa and Phineas. Phineas ended up with a chocolate chip cookie on his butt, and a lot of the children and adults remember that and recall that. And then we also do, throughout the season, we do our live hits on Facebook Live, where we do ongoing updates from the North Pole office here. And as you can see, I have a new Yeti friend here with me. And that's when Add Me the Yeti and some of the other characters, our baby reindeer character, Bjorn the bear, will be there. So we are prepared for this. Because we will get asked, what's happened with the baby Yeti? What's happened with the bear? So we need to be prepared for anything. And that's when we start talking about how the story is progressing each year. So knowing who we are as characters, knowing who Phineas is, what's happening at the North Pole, what's happening in Phineas's life, what's happening in Phineas's life now that he's got now 3 Yetis living with him, all factors into everything. Where Mrs. Claus is, where Santa's at, what's happening with Santa's ongoing struggles with his love of cookies. And we have several callbacks to other shenanigans at the North Pole, such as we had a really bad slime spill a few years back, and there was glitter in it. And glitter gets everywhere, and we're still finding glitter in the North Pole. So all part of this is part of being prepared, as Santa B said. And in being prepared, we know our stories. We've gone over the stories we told in the past, and we're able to move the stories forward while we are rehearsing for the upcoming year with our props, with our story cues, and as well with other potential items. So that is how we use our backstories. That is how we use the brainstorming we've done on our characters to be prepared for the future. So be prepared like a Boy Scout. Thank you. Have a good day. Bob's asleep.
No, I had muted my mic and I used my cursor to go over and unmute it. Stuff ain't working very good for me today. Looks like John says you could always put a cookie patch on your pants, since everyone remembers that.
I could, but it would look kind of disgusting where it was located. So it would look like another type of stain, perhaps. So, and you do realize that Phineas has several pairs of pants, so he really does not want to have cookies on all of his pants. That would attract mice and other critters. So,
Oh goodness. Well, that was great information. It's always good to be prepared because you never know. Like today's show has been one of those that thought you was prepared for, and all of a sudden things don't want to go right.
well, flying by the seat of our pants
with a cookie on the back.
in tow.
For sure. A great job, Phineas, as always. You bring it week in and week out with that segment. We love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go ahead and get our trivia answer out of the way. We do have a winner, by the way. So I'll let you go ahead and announce that, Phineas.
Okay, so the question once again was, who wrote the lyrics and music for the Christmas song, Do You Hear What I Hear? And in what month and year? And so the answer were, the lyrics was by Noel Regney and the music was by Gloria Shane, and it was written in October of 1962. So it was not as old as what Dr. Bruce said. Dr. Bruce said it was October 1662, a little bit younger than that. So.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, and our winner is CJ Charlie Johnson. Way to go, Charlie. Good job, man. And a lot of people got answers in today and got them right. Sue was worried that she had started putting the answer in and she couldn't figure out where she put it. Just so happens that Angela did see it. It was over on YouTube. But Charlie had gotten it in faster. So, okay. Well, you know what? We got some upcoming shows this week. And, of course, everyone loves to catch Bob and Phineas on Mondays at 3 p.m. And then this afternoon, you want to tell them about Sean's show?
Tonight at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sean White, the Claus Connect. She will be featuring Mapping the Magic, travel marketing, and Claus storytelling. And I do believe that is with the individual who's running the upcoming riverboat cruise in Europe next year.
Yeah, that's with Lizzie Meeks.
Lizzie Meeks, yep. Coming up tomorrow on Tuesday Night Live, we are going to have the ladies from Cherry Hill Programs coming to talk shop and hopefully drum up some more business for that.
Yeah.
On Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central, Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers. They will be continuing their chat with Better Together, featuring the Tuesday Night Live crew of Bob, Spangle, and Angela, talking about the work that they are doing, and why TNL exists and what the future holds for the entire network. So I'm looking forward to that because it directly impacts me. And then coming up on Thursday, the 14th, starting at 6 p.m., is the 1 hour fellowship with Santa Mel on the Santa's Magical Fellowship group. And I suspect it will creep over because there is no follow up show this week. So it will just be a conversation with the members of the group led by Santa Mel. And I suspect AJ and some of the other folks will be there to help moderate as well. So we're looking forward to that.
And last week on the Kringle Brothers Kringle Time, they had Santa Mel, and she got her voice back. And I tell you what, she was so good on that show. That she was, better than I had seen her since before Branson. Actually, she got sick right at the time that Branson had arrived and lost her voice, and she struggled that whole time. And it's good to see her well. And I tell you what, she did a fantastic job. She spoke from the heart, as she always does, and has some great content and stories to share. That was good to see Cindy Will back on her game again.
Yep, glad to hear she's doing better and she continues to improve. So it's just really good to know because she was quite ill for quite some time. So
yeah, and so going to be fun for us this week. Wednesday being on a Kringle Time. And Angela is going to be on screen, so if you want to catch that, and hey, throw some questions at her. I want to see her have to sit in the hot seat.
No, don't throw no questions.
She says no.
What's it really like working with Bob and Spangle?
Really?
Is Scott really that grumpy in real life?
Yes.
Yes, and more so.
Yes.
But we love him for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott's still on the naughty list, though.
Uh-oh, is he? He's still on the naughty list because he didn't say hi to her last week, remember?
Oh, dear.
Yep, for sure. All right, man, kick up your heels, join in the fun for 2025, all powered by TNL Network Productions. Don't forget that we do have the new show, The Claus Couples, that will be starting in March 2026. That is with Santa Chris and Kim Terry and Santa Doug and Jenny. It'll be a fantastic show. Got really, really, really cool ideas, content, lead in, lead out videos. Everything is pretty much in place. And we will be having them do a preview show next month, I believe it is. I'd have to look. I believe that is September 5th. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doug. September 5th on that one, I believe is what we had down. They'll be coming on and they'll be doing a preview of their new show for 2026. You want to catch that for sure. Going to be fun. It's going to be one of those shows that is going to take off from the very beginning and may become everybody's favorite. Who knows? They've really put a lot into it. Not only have they already got their studio set up, but they've already got all, like I say, everything related to it, content working. Hey, they could go ahead and launch tomorrow and hit the ground running, but they want to go ahead and wait till 2026. So, it's been a good day, despite a few hiccups.
It's been a good day despite the chaos and the heat. Thank you, Angela, for all you do. It's greatly appreciated, and thank you for your patience.
I'm going to maybe take a screenshot of the back administrative side of this new platform so everybody can see how everything is really in so many different places. It's hard to decipher exactly where everything is until you actually learn it and you use it. And that's where we're at now. We know what all is there. It's just remembering where it's at when we get ready to queue it up. And that's where Angela's job is, and she does a fantastic job. Thank you, dear, for everything you do. Thank you, Phineas, for everything you do, my friend. And we hope you have a good week. Phineas, have a good week. And catch us next Monday. Don't forget to watch us on Kringle Time and tomorrow night's show right here with the ladies from Cherry Hill. Going to be a good program. They've got a couple of giveaways they're going to do, as they always do. So check that out too. Don't forget Kringle Time, Santa's Magical Fellowship Group, and Sean White tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night.